Yes, hello everybody. My name is Lars Santana. I'm the district conservationist with the Natural Resources Conservation Service here in Redmond, Oregon. Redmond is located in the central part of the state. These are the counties that I cover: Deschutes County and Jefferson County, and also cover Warm Springs, Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, which is a reservation right here. And today I'm going to be talking to you about our local work group process, making the assumption that most of you know kind of the basic principles and policies of the local work group meetings and the process. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. More going to talk about how we do our local work group meetings here and kind of how it ties into our local conservation efforts. This is some outreach materials that we use. There's a flyer here on the left that we use for like newsletters and those sorts of things. I also, when I'm emailing our partners, I include a letter that kind of describes our local work group meeting and why it's important that they participate. And then also our public notice is on here, and we have to put that in the newspapers and that sort of thing to make sure that the public is aware in case we miss anybody. Also, when we send out our email blasts about our local work group meetings, I include our story map that we have that kind of talks about why local work group meetings are important and a little bit about the process, so folks know why their time in this process is valued and how it kind of helps shape up our conservation efforts in the counties that we work in. So here's our agenda. I have two agendas on here. One agenda is kind of the general information agenda, so folks know what to expect at the meeting. And then the agenda on the right is our presenters agenda, in case you're wondering what that might look like. This is our welcoming slide. It has our employees that work in the service center, our soil conservationists, and myself as well. So this is the welcome slide that folks will see when they show up to the meeting, as we're waiting for attendees to show up. The last couple years, we've had to do our meetings remotely because of COVID restrictions. But same principles hold true to in-person meetings and that. So when folks are coming in too, we also like to kind of quickly go over our local work group process. This is a slide we cover just again to make sure everybody in the room knows what they're doing. It's kind of getting us all on the same page to know how it ties into our long-range plans and then also our different conservation strategies. Big thing that we try to touch base on obviously is introductions, but this number 3 is really important. Why this meeting is important to you. And so we really like to get feedback on why people are spending their time with us during our local work group meetings. That's a really important piece. So I'm going to go over really quickly some of the different conservation kind of efforts that we have going on in the counties. And going to go through these really quickly, but and the reason it's important is so you can kind of see the different partnerships. So here is a forestry conservation effort that we have going on, and then this is also a Joint Chiefs effort where we're working with the United States Forest Service. This is a irrigation-related RCPP, Regional Conservation Partnership Program. Lots of different partners involved with this effort, where we're trying to improve irrigation efficiencies in one of our irrigation districts. This is also another RCPP, Regional Conservation Partnership Program, in a different part of the county with a separate, different irrigation district. And this is a conservation strategy where we're working with our local soil and water conservation district. Here on the bottom, you can kind of see that this is a conservation effort, again, part of the partnership that we have going on in our counties. And so this area here highlighted kind of shows this on-farm irrigation and energy efficiency conservation implementation strategy, or CIS, that's what we call it here. This is another conservation effort happening in Jefferson County. Again, you can kind of see our partners down here, the local watershed council, as well as the Jefferson County SWCD. Again, helping out with this conservation effort. Here we're trying to improve watershed functionality for some summer steelhead that use that watershed for spawning. We have planning sessions where we kind of go over ranking criteria. We also discuss some of the budgets and how things are moving throughout the years, and touch base on different programs that we have going on, and how they're either growing or shrinking through the years. And next I have a guest speaker who's going to be talking a little bit about the Deschutes Soil and Water Conservation District.
Hi, I'm Todd Peplin. I'm with the Deschutes Soil Water Conservation District. I am the lead planner and programs manager for the Deschutes SWCD. Talking about the SIA, or the Conservation Implementation Strategy that NRCS has, and looking at how the district works with the NRCS. The NRCS is really a key role with the district. The district has developed a long-range plan, an annual plan, which is reviewed yearly, which actually coincides very well with the NRCS's focus group. They've asked us to look at what resources were more important in our county, and we identified them through the long-range plan. And during the group sessions with the local working groups, it really amplifies where the dollars are going, and that we're hitting right on target with addressing the resource concerns in Deschutes County. Because of this, we've really looked at how we're going to strategize in obtaining funds to get the conservation work done in the county. I think working with the Natural Resources Conservation Service Technical Assistance Grant through the Oregon Water Enhancement Board really pushed us to in the right direction, getting our funding in order, and also looking at other projects that actually build upon the work that we're helping NRCS out with. Such examples are we received a National Association Conservation District grant looking at irrigation water management program, implementation of irrigation projects such as piping, helping out NRCS with the PL 566 project. The NRCS Technical Assistance Grant through the Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board helped us even go further and look at the forestry practices. We've had several other grants that have came to fruition at that time, and we've really moved ahead, and I think we've really moved NRCS's help. Well, their help has also helped us, let's say, get really conservation on the ground, ending up with several other grants that go to about $400,000 to $500,000 in the efforts here in Deschutes County.
Thanks, Todd. And for those who might not know, this is Todd right here in the center, and here's Todd again here with the Conservation District Board. As you can tell, we work hand in hand with the Conservation District here, and they're a really valuable member of what we're trying to do here and all the different conservation efforts. So we have a lot of different conservation efforts going on in Deschutes County and Jefferson County. It can be quite complicated sometimes, but we really lean on the local work group meeting and the local work group process, because it's not just a meeting, it's a whole process that kind of continues throughout the whole year. Um, we kind of work with all of our partners, and we can't do this without any, without all of our partners. So I just want to say thank you for listening in. Hopefully you found something useful in this presentation, and feel free to reach out anytime if you have questions or want to discuss any more ideas. So thank you.